Hello everybody, I've been asked to tell about hpeGROUP, or the beginnings of hpeGROUP. We started business in November 17th of 2003, and I don't know if you can see here on the website, but one of the reasons why we called the company what it is, it's because it was the only domain name that was available, and we wanted the company name to be the same as the domain name, so we tried MEP Group, MPE Firm, MPE Practice, HPE Practice, that kind of a thing. And it turned out that H for HVAC, P for plumbing, and E for electrical, hpeGROUP, was one of the only domain names that was available. So we snapped it up and went to the lawyers and got ourselves incorporated as hpeGROUP. A lot of people asked us what hpeGROUP meant after that. Of course, the boring answer is it means HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. One of the answers I like is high performance engineering. One of the more esoteric answers is heuristic principles evolving. So if you go look up heuristics, you'll find that heuristics means to do something by trial and error. So you would say that hpeGROUP is evolving principles of trial and error procedures. So with engineering, that's either a good thing or a bad thing. hpeGROUP is essentially three guys. I don't know if you can see this, the picture here about who we are. There's three of us. I'm Travis Payton, and I'm a mechanical engineer. And here we go. That's me. And then there's Gary Goloszewski, he's an electrical engineer. And Steve Ziga, he's a plumbing and fire protection engineer. We each have our own little specialties. Gary Goloszewski's specialty is he knows how to do lighting design very well. In fact, he can even do computer renderings of lighting projects, all in the computer, that look photorealistic, which is really neat. I have a specialty. I can do computational fluid dynamics, and then I also do a lot of energy analysis and negotiations. Steve is a NICET certified fire protection engineer, which is unusual in the business. That means he can actually do the drawings that show the hydraulic pressure drop calculations and submit them to the state, since he's certified. He also had a past life working for a pharmaceutical process engineering firm, so he knows some of the more esoteric process piping systems that can go in, and he also has a very strong background in medical gas and other medical type piping systems. One of the things that makes hpeGROUP pretty neat is we like working with architects a lot, meaning if an architect has an interesting project they like to do, that maybe they want things to really look well, and some engineers maybe aren't as flexible in terms of working with the architect, we tend to be pretty darn flexible. In fact, we did one project where we did this conference room, and it didn't have a ceiling on it, which was pretty interesting. Let's just see if I think we have a brochure around here somewhere. Let me go to the home page, download a brochure. And so it was kind of interesting to figure out how to do the lighting and the HVAC all for this conference room that didn't have a ceiling, because as you well are aware, a lot of times they're served from below. See, there's that circular conference room, so it's kind of goofy. Another thing that we are is we're really into saving energy, being sustainable. There's this program called LEED. The U.S. Green Building Council manages that. It's called Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. And so we actually really concentrate pretty closely on trying to make our projects be super energy efficient. Oh, the other thing that's pretty neat about us is we're one of the very few firms in Philadelphia that actually designs and engineers solar photovoltaic systems. So I don't know if you can see this picture here, but this is a 300 kW installation at Berlick's Labs, where they basically took a whole huge portion of the roof, put a whole bunch of photovoltaic cells on there, and that actually generates most of the electricity they need for the facility. Other things that we've done, this is an old building down on Chestnut Street, 4th and Chestnut. It's called the Bank Building. It was the actual second bank in Philadelphia. And we helped a developer convert the old bank building into really beautiful high-end luxury condominiums. That was a pretty fun project. We've done things like churches and restaurants and office fit-outs and a little of everything. And we like that. We like doing work in Philadelphia. We like doing unusual stuff. I don't know if this is a pretty small picture right here, but this is a computational fluid dynamic analysis of a hospital suite. We were looking at essentially concentrations of anesthetic gases, and the hospital asked us to figure out how to reduce that to make people safe. And the other element, of course, to engineering is that it always helps when your engineers are there when construction's happening. We have no problems jumping in a car and coming over to the construction site anytime something's up. We don't stand on ceremony. There's not 5 layers between, you and the principal of the project, because we do all of our own work. And with all that, we've been pretty successful. We've grown to the point where right now we can pretty much, I don't want to say pick and choose what kind of projects we do, but we certainly don't actively market, and I think we'll just kind of continue on this way. Thank you very much.